Look, Nicky, here you have grandfather, Ritter von Haan, on his estate. He was a great administrator. You can see that on his table. He has many, many papers to work from. He was very befriended with Emperor Wilhelm, Kaiser Wilhelm. Nicky, look, I was late getting up. I almost overslept. I was running to school and just got there on time. With my cousin Edith. We were always together. Here we had sleepovers at home. One day it was at Edith's house, then it was at my house, and we were singing before we were going to bed. We were already in our nightgowns. We were washed. We had a lot of fun together. My father graduating from the School of Architecture in Berlin. He graduated with cum laude with all his friends. He was very happy that he completed his studies. He built so many beautiful homes, and he was also very good in designing furniture. You can see it here behind him. And people were interrogating him politically and were taking him away. Nicky, I loved playing soldier, and I was always marching 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I was always having fun playing soldier. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again with my cousin Edith, we would always wear the same ribbons in our hair. My parents on a very nice afternoon having tea time. And my mother was so good in decorating the table with beautiful flowers. Father had his own billiard table, and his friends came over to play with him very often. You would hear those balls touch each other. It was fun to listen to. There I go, feeding the swans in the park. Every day with Mother, I went to feed the swans the old leftover bread. All the pianos were confiscated by the enemy, and he would throw them down with lots of terrible noise into the rooms. Nicky, it was just awful to hear all those sounds. Father and Mother getting married, and of course there had to be a rooster in the celebration because their name was Ritter von Haan. Haan means rooster. Nicky, another confiscation of items. Our Singer's sewing machine. Nothing could be repaired anymore. We had to go very often to take photographs of the family, and then the photographer would say, "Watch the bird," and we tried, but the bird would fly away, and so our good memories were flying away. Father with his friends went often to a pub where they had a good time. There you would have striptease dancers. Mother was never allowed to come along. Edith and I again with our dolls, our favorite dolls. We were watching these men in the street singing already combat songs, but somehow we really didn't notice what they were singing. We only loved our dolls. Here I got married. My husband was already a soldier. A classroom picture from the good old days. Mother, Edith, and I were walking in Berlin around a very windy corner. It was cold. My two nephews, they became soldiers, one in the Marines and one a regular officer. Two puppets, a king and a policeman to keep order in the world. I got married to a soldier, as I told you before, but little did we know that the future ahead of us was very grim. These are cups and saucers from Wedgwood. They are being flown over from Vienna to New York. We're still drinking from them, Nikki. Puppets on a string. We all felt puppets on a string. We had nothing really to say anymore ourselves. Father being taken away. We were looking through the window and we would just see everybody marching. Grandfather being knighted. He became Ritter von Hahn. In those days, everything slowly deteriorated. Everything became poor. Everyone looked sad. And here is a clown who feels very miserable. His umbrella is torn. His bird on his shoulder. Edith and I again. Edith is holding a bear and I'm holding a beautiful little purse. In the background are all these puppets picking up a story that we don't know really what was the end of it. On the ship from Vienna to Shanghai, I met my future husband. Here we are dancing on the deck. It was a beautiful time with a big future ahead of us. Once in Shanghai, we got all these letters from home. We were reading and reading. We heard about all the bad news that had happened to the people left behind. One day, grandfather was knighted, and here grandfather was deported again. Here the Hahn on the shoulders of the soldiers. This is maybe the most moving of all the moments I can think of. Here we're all embarking to this boat on our way to Shanghai. We were leaving our culture forever. One day, Nikki, I was visiting with my mother Berlin, and we came into a very big riot. It was really frightening. Big flames and all the books and papers were throwing into it. And my mother said to me, there was once a poet in the 19th century, Heinrich Heine, and he said, dort wo man Bücher verbrennt, verbrennt man am Ende auch Menschen. My uncle, he escaped to Switzerland, and here you see him on his balcony, very content. Nikki, here's our kitchen, where every day in New York we're having a good time. Your little pieces of meat are in that refrigerator, and I drink my coffee from my Wedgwood cup and saucer.